Peace and blessings, family. This is Ubria, and I am back with another reading. This might resonate with you or with someone in your energy. You will receive valuable insight either way. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I feel like you are someone who has a tremendous amount of faith, and you live your life by that. There are situations that you get into that people could feel are dangerous or reckless, but there's a way in which you know that you need to keep moving forward. You know that you need to keep moving forward because there's something within you, something within your heart, within your soul. This could be your faith with Source, with the Most High God, with the universe, with your ancestors. But there's something that always constantly pulls you forward, even through the most dastardly of situations that have people aghast at your fortitude, at your commitment to uncertainty. But you have a deeper certainty that people can't fathom. And it's your certainty, your knowing that everything is going to be all right. And there are people around you who do not have that knowing. And so they're very mental. They like to plan. They like to control. They like certainty. They like for things to go on for a really long time. This is someone who is very set in their ways. And the longer that someone is set in their ways, the more difficult it is for them to admit that those ways might not be the best ways. Because nobody wants to be set in a way that they don't feel like is the best for them. So this could be somebody who is starting to realize that there are certain things in life that they can't control. What I'm trying to say is somebody is starting to see things your way a little bit. And they're starting to see that maybe they don't know everything, that maybe their way isn't the best way, that maybe you can't control everything, that maybe life does have a little bit of unpredictability. And for those who are experts at uncertainty and unpredictability and the necessity of faith and tapping into a higher power, they have this odd advantage over people who, to the untrained eye, would appear to be more stable because they're more stable in material things. You have built your stability in a world that nobody can see. And I feel that this world is beginning to be made visible. But like I was saying, this person, they thought about something for a long time. It's crazy. This person is set in their ways. And so they thought about something for a long time and then they still did it, if that makes any sense. Like somebody could have had an opportunity to change, to be different, and they wouldn't accept that. Because it's like if this person is starting to realize that maybe their way isn't the best way, in order to deflect that realization, they'll just tell themselves, okay, well, at least my way is better than your way. So if somebody has recognized that maybe they're not the best, or they don't have the best, or maybe their ideas weren't the best, but they still want to be better than you, because that's will give them some sort of confidence that their way wasn't totally wrong if it was at least better than you. Meanwhile, you have asked people to have faith in you, to believe in you, not just to validate yourself, but because there will be some benefit to it, that you want to help people. You have such faith in your path, and you feel that if other people followed you on your path, although your path is invisible, that they would end up in a good place. And no one believed you. No one believed you. They laughed at you. They thought you were drunk, high, silly, naive. They thought you had a lot of feelings and that you really felt things very strongly, but these feelings do not translate into money, into plans, into tangible things that they can spend, that they can see. People thought you were like la-di-da, nobody took you seriously. And they thought you would never be serious, even until old age. And there was also this thing where people were laughing at you because they felt like you couldn't see where you would end up. But you were so excited about wherever you were headed. Does that make sense? People made fun of They basically thought you were dumb, like too dumb to know, too dumb to see, too dumb to understand where your life was ending up. And they thought you would never figure it out. They say, man makes plans and God laughs. But I feel like you made plans and people laughed. They also kind of tore you down a little bit. Very condescending. This could be something that you did not know. You didn't know how people felt about you behind your back. You didn't know that people talked about you behind your back. You didn't know that people didn't believe in you. You didn't know that someone just maybe realized that maybe they weren't the best, but that they still in some way felt better than you or more superior to you. You didn't know any of that. This all happened behind the scenes, and you went on living your la-di-da life, enjoying your life. And there's something about the way that you enjoy your life, which is that you're not afraid to try new things. You're not afraid to do new things. You're not afraid to crash and burn, to be reborn, to renew yourself, because you have such faith that you always will be renewed, that you always will be restored. Someone's going to see you and they haven't seen you in a long time, and they're going to be surprised at how renewed you look, because there's something here about how people associate starting over with getting old. And what I mean by that is, when you start over, when you choose a new path in your life, the older you get, there's this vibe of you're too old to do that, at your big age kind of thing. It's weird because it's like the older that we get, there's a stigma against rejuvenation and renewal. You're supposed to just be who you are, choose the path, stay on that path, even if it doesn't work out, even if you don't like it, and just stick with things. And change and renewal and spontaneity are frowned upon, even though those are the very things that would keep you alive and would keep you youthful. So this is part of the path that you have chosen, is you're not afraid to try new things. You're not afraid to, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You are an old dog and you know hella new tricks, because you don't stop learning, you don't stop improving, you don't stop growing. So someone's going to see you, and because they have had such judgment about your choices, they're going to be shocked to see how renewed you seem, how you appear to be the evidence of everything that you always said you were, which is somebody who is constantly learning, growing, renewing, rejuvenating. But this person associated those things with a poor end, and you look very well. You have not ended up poorly at all. There's also a lot of manna from heaven energy. Like, I feel like you get a lot of blessings that you have no idea where they come from or how they're coming. And this is because you're so oblivious to the fact that people could really have really bad intentions towards you. You have like these little angels or fairies or energies that just give you information and knowledge about people and places and things, to where it puts like this border of protection around you, to where certain things just can't really even penetrate your energy. They don't even really compute, because you are so certain and confident that you are going to be happy and live a good life, that reality literally conforms to that for you, as you knew that it would. So there's someone, like I said, who's either going to run into you and be very shocked that you're in this just golden, beautiful energy. But there's also someone who wants to see you, because, if this is that person who always thought that they would just be a little bit better off than you, they want to see if that's true. They want to measure themselves against you in some sort of way. This is how you'll know this person is, because when they want to see you, they won't really have a plan or anything to do. They'll just say they just want to see you. So, you could have some friends that would say, "Oh, I really wanted to go to this movie. Will you come with me?" Or, "I really wanted to go, do this thing," and then they want your company. This is someone who would more say, "I don't care what we do. We can do whatever. We can do whatever you want to do." So this is someone who would want you, and that's part of it too, is this person would want you to come up with the idea. Someone wants you to be the one to initiate. They want you to be the one to have an idea of where to go and what to do. And it's because this person is now interested in this ability that you have to constantly renew yourself, learn new things, do new things, experience new things, stay youthful, stay beautiful, and no matter what happens, kind of be impervious to outside circumstances and have this protection around you. So it's kind of like, because someone couldn't break through your wall of protection, now they want to be inside of your wall of protection. It's like, if they can't break you, they want to be you. So now they would want to get close to you, to observe you, to find out, how did you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? So now somebody want to be your twin. They want to be your shadow. They want to be all up in your face. They want to be all up in your bubble, in your world, because you've made a really nice world for yourself. You've made a really nice life for yourself, where it seems like everything in your world and in your life is always amazing, and it's always great, and it's always different, and it's always new, and it's always fun. And it's exactly how you knew it would be. But there's something about that person, because that person has that energy on them, to where they didn't believe in you, they wanted to be better than you, and now they want to be you, but there was never this meaningful space of just liking you, believing you, and wanting to be around you for you. This energy of wanting you for what you have and who you are, but not loving you for who you are and what you have, is off-putting to the fairies that live around you, that are just not going to let this person's energy through. Because you know that whatever happens in your life, you will be blessed and you will have an amazing day. So anybody who would be trying to figure out, or have any sort of energy of like not 100% knowing that, believing that for themselves, and contributing that energy to your energy, is not going to be allowed to be in your energy, because there's no energy drains allowed here. There's none of that. I feel like you have come too far to go back. And there's just a space that you're in that other people just do not have the faith and the ability to enter. So someone has lost out on you. That's ultimately the thing, that the realization that someone is coming to, is that they did not listen to you. They did not believe in you when they had the chance to. And I feel like people are really mourning that. People are really sad about that they didn't listen to you when they had the chance. And this is what people are thinking about. It's like, some people are in, some people are out, some people are up, some people are down. Some people are on, some people ain't. And I feel like you are up, you are on, you are in, and somebody is down, out, and off. So that offness is maybe something to pay attention to. Somebody might not be all there, their head might not be together. Somebody might be a little cuckoo. So this thing of like staying in your ways and staying how you've always been, that over time can become atrophy. And the atrophy can lead to illness. And so a brain that doesn't change, a mind that doesn't take in new information and doesn't accept new experiences and doesn't know how to believe, will atrophy. And so that will look like mental illness. Yeah, you're just going to ghost somebody, actually, I think. Or you're coming to that space. It's not even ghosting. Ghosting is the wrong thing. It's a ghost in that the version of you who could interact with that person and be around that person is dead. And that's because that person, they have some sort of addiction. They have some sort of need, like I said, need to be this, whatever it is, that person just needs to be the same in some sort of way. And it wasn't good for you. So it's like there's a portal, there's a doorway, you're closing it, you are leaving. There's a plane, you're getting on it, you're flying away. Yeah. There's also like a forgetfulness here. It's almost like when someone comes around you or comes into your energy, they forget how to think for themselves. They expect you to tell them what to do, but then they don't listen to you. And you tired of that. You got tired of that. Or you will get tired of that. So I think the thing I'm trying to say too is that this separation that is happening, it is not going to be something to where you have to forcefully tell someone that you're separating from them, because this is not a conversation that's going to be had. This is that thing where people move on so thoroughly that their life circumstances no longer permit them to be around each other. And that's what I see happening here. I see you going to your portal. You're going to your new world. You're going to your new life. And there is no spark of the past that can bring you back. especially when underneath that spark is just the same old bullshit. It's crazy because the thing that people used to accuse you of, which is, having this kind of what they considered pie in the sky mentality, that's what these people have now. Now they want to kind of suck you in and say, oh, everything's the same, everything can be the same, everything's going to be great, it's going to be wonderful, it's going to be like it was. And your eyes are open. Yeah, there is this energy that like you have grown and someone else has regressed. And they are really just trying to figure out how that happened. So someone wants to be around you and see you so that they can figure out what you did that they didn't do so that they can do it. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. All right. I'm going to leave it there. If you have listened this far, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I will talk to you next time. Peace.